Hello everyone, welcome again in the Himalayan Hemp Show with Haneesh Katnawer. We have a very special guest today, and I will start this with a quote from a very famous sage who lived in India. His name is Sri Aurobindo, and once he said, India of the ages is not dead, nor has she spoken her last creative word. She lives and has still something to do for herself and the human people. So this voice that we have today, it's coming from down south, from the town which is called Auroville, which is on the way to become a universal city of its own in India. And as a guest, we have one of the very special people called Tom. So Tom is from Hemplanet. Hemplanet is the only venture which is working with hemp in Auroville for now, and he has a very good vision for the future of hemp and cannabis in India. So welcome everybody. Tom, hi, how are you today?
Hello, thank you Haneesh for having me. I'm very well. Yes.
All right, Tom, tell us something about you and Hemplanet.
So I moved to Auroville 8.5 years ago with my family, with the intention of seeking a more self-sustainable lifestyle than what I was leading in Europe. And we have radically changed the way we live in many ways, and to somehow concretize that vision in a more enveloping example. I felt Cannabis Hemp was a truly once part of the solution to becoming, for Auroville as a township, to become self-sustainable. And if when the time comes that our farmers are able to cultivate it here, all parts of the plant can be used by all the existing manufacturing units that are here, currently making everything from construction to bricks and paper to clothing, food items, cosmetics, you name it. We can do it with all just the one plant, and that's my vision, and that's shared with my associate Sasti, and together we're working on bringing that a reality. And to start with, we decided that hemp foods was perhaps the best way to get people more in tune with the cannabis plant, and not feel immediately that it's just the flower that is the most important, but that it's a superfood, and that we can really get so much from it. And this has had a market effect. A lot of people have been very, very supportive and appreciative of what we're doing. And now we're just about to start to supply Maroma, which is Auroville's biggest cosmetics, shampoo, soap manufacturer. And so they will start to get a monthly orders from us. And so it's really starting to pick up, where the big units of Auroville are wanting to use hemp in their products. So it's a very exciting time, and today I understand we want to talk a bit about fabrics. So as well as the food items that we've pioneered, we have also dabbled a little bit in trying to source fabric and so on. But maybe you can cut in now.
Okay, all right. So yes, as you mentioned, thank you for telling us about you and Hemplanet, and we definitely wish you all the best with your venture, and I hope that it becomes one of the visions taken in Auroville, and it also leads a pathway for the hemp and cannabis in India. So today, as you mentioned, we are going to talk about fabric and hemp fabric basically. And so I just have few questions that I wanted to put in front of you, so that we can have a deeper discussion related to hemp fabric in terms of the market, and in terms of a lot of social and environmental aspects related to it as well. So I will start it at first with for example, when it comes to hemp fabric, a lot of us are finding that there are a few manufacturing units running in India, but there is a need for doing more related to the setting up the processing units for making the hemp fabric from the hemp fiber. So what is your take about it? Like, what do you think, like how we can properly solidify that processing setup when it comes to convert the fabric from the fiber?
I mean, I think though at the very beginning we need to identify the land races that will give us the fibers that we want. I mean, there's many varieties which are best suited to their end use. For seed, there's a certain variety of cannabis hemp which will give plenty of seed. That is not necessarily the same species which is good for fiber or its herds. So I think a lot of intensive research needs to be put in where indigenous species are identified, collected, and I was going to say manipulated too, and then propagated to be able to be used. And then once that happens, obviously the processing setups need to be established, and that's a very large investment. Maybe if my Wi-Fi reaches outside, I can quickly give you a little glimpse of what Hemplanet has just tried to. So this is what was used over 100 years ago, and so we've decided that this is a way to show and to educate people and bring awareness about the need for proper machinery that can really do this, and that is made in India. We want to try and stop importing from the Chinese as well.
Yeah.
So this is obviously very, very labor intensive and so on, but I need the exercise.